Hello. I'm lying down trying to read my Bible, and I'm just being pushed to do the video, and I'm like, nope, I want to read my Bible. It's Jesus time. I've been doing it for 8 years, and I want to do it again, and I like honoring Him. Like sometimes a brother said the same thing I say. He likes to play with her kitties. He says the same thing I say. I'll be lying down, and it's a brother on YouTube. I watch brothers on YouTube who experience the same things I do, and I like to hear them say exactly what I see, exactly what I say, or exactly what I feel. And you look into their eyes, and there's no deceit or guile. You see the same spirit that you're in. Wow, that's how I feel. That's the things that I say after seeing these visions or dreams. So I like to watch those type of people. And one of those people, his name is, I'll give him to you. Remember how I say I'm not the man, I'm not a prophet, I'm not a teacher. I may be something that the Lord has designated me, and I know my gifts. I've always been a great teacher. I've always been a finder of the better ways of doing stuff. Always. So, and I always help improve people's techniques and stuff. So I might have the gift of teaching. I might have the gift of prophecy, but I'm not claiming anything. No way, no how. Because when men start to exalt themselves, even when you exalt yourself, remember I told you He took away my visions and dreams because I started to exalt myself? I started to interpret. When you interpret something, you telling people it's not the way that it is, it's the way that I say it is. Like the woke community. They're trying to interpret what they are when you have a pee-pee. You know, you have a penis. You're a man. Oh, I'm a woman and men do menstruate. What do you mean men menstruate? You have a roommate that menstruates that's a man? Yeah, he menstruates every month. Yeah, he has to buy women products and put them over his vagina. I started talking like, not talking like that. That's really stupid. That's really stupid to say my roommate's a man and he menstruates. Really? Wow, I didn't know men. Yeah, he was born with a vagina, and oh my God, you're so stupid. You're an idiot. You're an idiot. Yeah, and the Lord, he's kind of the same way on that matter. Don't play with my word. Don't interpret it. Yeah, I'll smack you down and take away. And that's what I learned firsthand. That's why I'm so when you see me being like, you better go to the back of the church if you start interpreting when you're up at the front podium. I'm only talking to creatures trying to be Christians. You mean you're harder on us than on the wicked who aren't trying to be Christians? Yes. Yes. I will spank my child as hard as I can on his buttocks. Not as hard as I can, I'm a man. But I will spank my child with the appropriate intensity according to the punishment. I will tell him, bend over, grab your knees. This is because you were never going to get this. It is only because you did what you knew you weren't supposed to do. Here's one swat. Yeah, yeah. So when I'm talking tough, I'm talking to you creatures called Christians. I'm not talking to the wicked. Jesus, when you read this Bible, Jesus said, hey, look, right now is not the time for wrath. Mm-mm. So when I'm talking to my brothers and sisters, these are my brothers and sisters, my neighbors, the woke community. That's right. I look at you how God looks at you. When you were first born, you were perfect and unpolluted. And then your environment and your evil parents. Yes, some of us have evil parents, evil uncles, evil aunts. Yes, I experienced that firsthand. Okay, just because they're our mother doesn't mean she's good. There are mothers who are prostitutes that have children. There are mothers who smoke or drink alcohol with their babies. And women and men are evil. Okay, we are evil. And don't forget, we're humans, but we're not God's humans. Just like the devil, the fallen cherub, and all of his angels, they're not angels anymore. They're fallen angels. We're not humans anymore. We're fallen humans. You better respect that and be aware of that. See how I'm talking all tough? I'm talking to Christians. I'm not, and any other evil, unrepentant heathen. Remember, heathen's not an insult. It has a definition. It means anything that believes in any other way other than Jesus Christ. You can be a heathen and worship money. That's your God. You can be a heathen and worship your alphabet community rules. That's your God. You have put that over Jesus Christ and his commandments. So when we talk to heathens, Jesus said, we're not here. We are not here for vengeance. That's not yet. That's in the future. That's when I am the first fruits. Jesus is the first fruits. And right now, when he left, he got raptured out. He said, teach my word the way I have taught you. Feed my sheep the way I have fed you. So when we go talk to unbelievers, don't imitate me, because I'm yelling at you Christians. I'm yelling at you, you inappropriate, misguiding the masses, false Christians who go to church and the rest of the week you're wearing yoga pants, showing the silhouette of your body that only the husband should see under intimate conditions. You're still showing off your cleavage, getting men to lust in an evil way on a woman that isn't his. That woman is not yours. She was created for another one of your brothers. You know? When we go talk to the unbeliever, I'm yelling at you Christians because you know better. And straighten up, man. A coach on the football team shouldn't talk to his team. Hey guys, run a lap. No, get your butts on there in double time. But when we talk to the unbelievers, Jesus said, we're not here for vengeful reasons. You remember, they were born, we are all born with a clean slate. Though sin is imputed to us because of Adam, and it will start to decay our body the instant we come out of the womb. Okay? It's not called over the hill. It's called, okay, you got to the point where this is how you would be in heaven without the imperfections. Now, sin is going to continue to decay you. It's not over the hill. It's a death that we are not supposed to experience. So when we talk to our unbelievers, we don't yell at them the way I'm yelling at you. No, I need you to straighten up and get your form right. Your martial art of King James Version in the spirit right. But when we talk to the unbelievers, we need to kill their hatred with love. Like, hey man, you're making fun of me. You're saying I don't believe in Jesus. But I just want to let you know, I'm not trying to convince you. I'm letting you know that I had experienced his miracle firsthand. See the way I'm talking to him? And then when you start to get their attention and they come over to your side, not because you're deceiving them or converting them. No, you cannot deny the truth of 1 + 1 will never equal 3. And when you start to look at that way, step aside out of yourself and say, wow, I really have no power over this. Why am I trying to say it can equal 3? That's stupid. Then you'll start to see, what else am I stupid in? And when they and the only way to do that is in a humble spirit. You have to be like, wow, I might be wrong. You can't be prideful and say, I might be wrong. No, prideful makes it so that you're not wrong, even when you are dead wrong. But when you start to see a humble spirit, then they come over to your side. Well, guess what? They're one of God's disciples now. Now we can get a little tougher with them. The Bible explains it like this. You don't give steak to a baby who has no teeth. You give them baby food. So when I'm yelling at you Christians and I'm like, get your butt in order, man. Go to the back of the pew. You're interpreting. You're not teaching the Word of God. You're interpreting. Interpreting means what you believe it is. And you're a human and you're dumb. We're dumb. We're fallen humans. How can a fallen human interpret the Holy Scripture? So I'm yelling at Christians to hey man, straighten up. But don't yell at don't yell or get aggressive with the unrepentant. Who are the unrepentant? Anyone that believes in any other deity other than Jesus Christ. Yep. And a lot of people, you'll watch the videos, Muslims, we're supposed to love them, not hate them. And how do you love them? You be patient and understanding with them. And know this, they were born in a house full of lies already. Truth to them, but lies nonetheless. So you can't be hard on them, otherwise you're just going to push them away. The only thing that destroys and makes evil run in terror is love. In the human realm, that's stupid. If a guy's gonna punch you, come on, bring it on, mother, and he's full intent of beating you, you can say, I love you, you're gonna get punched. You know? That's just how it is. But when you're teaching and you're using wisdom, intellect, remember, our weapons aren't carnal. Our weapons are spiritual. So when you're dealing with unbelievers who believe in any other doctrine other than Jesus Christ, don't talk to them the way I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you like that because you're a disciple of God. I'm talking to you like that because now we know better and we should be increasing. I'm talking to you like that because some of you are baby Christians. You're a little older now and you got teeth and you need to be spoken to, given a little bit tougher meat. But to the unbelievers, you better be giving them baby food. If you can't be soft and compassionate, and that's just wisdom and understanding, then you don't belong out there. You don't belong on the front lines with the disciples or the apostles or the teachers. You must be something else in the kingdom of heaven. Like if we're all feet, who's gonna grab? If we're all hands, who's gonna eat? If we're all mouths, how we're gonna walk around? So you might not be a frontline warrior. Learn your place in heaven. Learn your place in God's kingdom and in his army. And the only way you can do that, like I said, you got to read this from first page to the last page in its entirety, twice at least before you go out and start teaching people. So that was that. But anyways, there's this guy on here. So remember, I'm not the man. I'm just one of the Rambos behind enemy lines. But this man, he experiences, says, and talks, and has the same spirit of I believe him when he talks. He experienced hell the same way I did, and I already did a video on that. But this is his name. This is his website. Remember, baby Christians tend to interpret, and there are a lot of things in here in my first 2 years of Jesus boot camp that after Jesus punished me and took away my visions and dreams, I stopped teaching. I was like, whoa, what am I doing wrong? I'm doing a lot of stuff wrong. And then so I reread, I'm always reading this. So rereading is not right because I read it every single day, over and over and over and over. But I started focusing more on the words and the teachings, the discipline of doing what I'm supposed to do. And I started seeing, okay, you're right. I'm getting a lot of this wrong. Okay. You need to be patient, read it in its entirety, and practice it in its entirety so that you could bear fruit of the Bible. And then you'll start to see, okay, it's not our way, it's his way. That doesn't make a lot of sense, but to the Christians who have teeth, who need stronger meat other than baby food, you're getting it. I know you're getting it. But anyways, here's another brother. His name is, subscribe to him, Darryl, Darryl. I cannot pronounce his last name. Passow. I can't pronounce it, but I don't want to hurt his. A lot of people like their names pronounced right. That's one of them. You go learn from him. Yes and no. I'm not sending you to this man to learn from him. I'm sending you because sometimes, even though we just hit the front line, we're not master fighters yet. We're fresh out of boot camp. We haven't learned the experience that makes us true leaders and unstoppable forces. So a lot of us are baby Christians like that, but we do go through the same boot camp, and we can talk about the boot camp together. Yeah, I experienced the same thing, and that's what I'm sending you to him for. You can learn together and make mistakes together, but this man has experiences from God the same way a lot of us do. Daryl Passau. Anyway, subscribe to him, not to learn from him, but to feel a kinship. Wow, if you have visions and dreams, I have the same visions and dreams. Just for confirmation. And then you guys can learn together. So that's a guy you can listen to. But remember, Pastor Paul Begley, he is sent by God to gather his people. Pastor Steve Cioccolante, he is sent by God to gather his people. And for now, I know there's a lot of other good men out there, just like me. I'm trying to be a better man. I'm not a good man. I'm trying to be a better man, and I'm trying to every day raise my bar more and more. Every day getting more pissed off at myself for not being for slipping that day, and maybe getting a little testy when I shouldn't have. You know, every day getting more and more mad at myself because I let myself slip from being a walking mirror of what it says in here. And so Daryl is one of those people. You guys can grow together and learn together and make mistakes together. But the main reason why I send you to that dude is because he talks and describes as though everything that I've gone through, as if I never even told anyone. Like, wow. Sit down. You and me receive the same visions and dreams. God's talking to both of us and working with us. So that's a person you can go to. But Pastor Paul Begley and Steve Cioccolante, go to them and learn. And there's a lot of other good men out there, but I listen to all of them. And for now, I will only trust them. Only trust you in their hands. And trust me, God's doing the same thing. So that's that. And we're done. I guess that's God wanted me to say that. I wanted to read, and he just kept pushing me to get on here and do a video. I'm going to go back to reading now. So whatever God wanted you to hear, or whoever needed to hear that, one of my subscribers or someone in the future, because a lot of people are saying now, getting messages, leave notes, leave Bibles behind, the time is near. Honestly, if you have been paying attention, so everyone is new. Some people are new to what's going on. They're starting to wake up, like my little brother starting to now tell me about things around the world happening. It's good. It's a good thing. Is he late? I think it's important to know that you guys are way late. We were warning you about this 10 years ago, and you told us to leave you alone. And now it's at your door. We were warning you when we saw it coming over the hill. Now you're warning us. You told us to shut up and leave you alone. Now you're warning us when it's too late. They're not over the hill. We watched them travel all the way. You made us shut up. We warned you once. Your blood is on your own head. And we watched them come all the way to the front gate. They broke down the gate, and now they're starting to round up people. Now you're warning me now? That's how late you are. Should have listened a long time ago, man. Your wisdom and knowledge and understanding came way late. But maybe that's the design of the Lord. Maybe some men are here to prepare those who need to stay behind. And maybe some men are here now. Who knows? Who knows how God... The more you understand your Lord, the more you see he places people where he needs them as chess pieces, even the wicked. You might have a wicked mother who's not going to heaven. But because you had to deal with her your whole life, there is a certain patience and understanding and a revelation of what evil truly is that he needed you to understand. Sure, your mother might be going to hell, and that's her fault. You can't stop that. But he needed you to learn from her how not to be, to help those he needs to help save. So don't try to understand God's ways, I'm telling you. He can play chess with every single person on the planet, beat everyone within the first minute while having a conversation with an entire stadium of people. Everyone on the planet, you can't do that. But it's nothing to him. And when you get to the spirit, you start to see, well, that's nothing to anyone in the spirit. That's a trait that we have. Like, we have a thumb trait, It's just a trait we have that animals don't. In the spirit, it's a trait that they all have that we don't. And if all of them have it, how much greater is the Lord then to them? You know what I'm saying? Don't make the same mistake as the devil. No matter how great you get, um, yeah, don't ever think that you have come equal to the Lord. Because when the devil thought he did that, when the watchers thought they had importance, then he revealed to them, it was a test. You didn't have anything. It was a test, and what I gave you, you misused. You cannot be trusted with increase. Give me back. It says in there, give me back what I gave you. Give it to my obedient people and discard him. Trust me, the devil's not the most beautiful thing in the world anymore. Those talents, those traits were taken from him. He was only left with what he created. Like if a man punches me, it feels good to him. It felt good. He got a good connect off. I felt the intense pain on my face. When the Lord took away everything that belonged to him, that technique, that strength, the Lord cannot take away what he created. That belongs to him. So that pain he gets back, and that's all he feels. That's his idle. That's where he idles. You know how a car engine idles? Well, that pain in this life is a red line, and it goes back to normal. But when he takes everything from you and leaves you with all you created, and all you created was pain, you idle at that pain in hell. He leaves you with what you only created. He takes back what he gave you, and he gives it to someone that showed he can be trusted. So read up. Remember, be tough on other Christians. People trying to be Christians, but you cannot be that way with the unbelievers, with the woke community. Remember them as small children. You need to cast out the evil, the ignorance that has been pushed on them with love. Learn to teach in love. In Jesus' name, bye-bye.